was that? What? Oh, okay. We're surprising them, Poop. It's a surprise. Surprise. And I didn't warn anyone. Hi, Mara. Hi, Aria. Braven, Sunny T, Amani, Kingless, Surrey Angel, Catherine, Passionately Taylor Marie, Amber. Hello, hello, hello. Leonore, hello. Hawkeyes, there's my girl. How are you all? Surprise, surprise. I didn't warn anyone. I didn't put it up on Instagram or TikTok, so hi. Long story short, I didn't have my my video done. So I'm like, oh my God, I want to keep this streak that I have had going. So I'm like, you know what? I got some time here, unexpected time. I had a reschedule. I had someone need to reschedule, which is perfectly okay. Shit happens. So I'm like, okay, I'll go live. But I'm not going to lie, it was my boyfriend who suggested it. Hold on, let me see what she just grabbed. What do you got? Give it to mommy. Give it to mommy, please. Drop it for mommy. Good girl. Hold on, guys. Yeah. No, I just turned it down a little bit. You want me to turn it up? Is that hot up there? Sorry. She grabbed dirty or clean clothes that I've got folded in the laundry basket out by my washer and dryer. Okay. So, could you see my TV? I left it up. I like watching the Righteous Gemstones. I just finished. Well, I don't know if it's the end of the season. It's the most current episode. Not that any of you care, but okay, let me get to work. Summer, thank you very much. BBL is super controlling. Told me not to entertain other guys. It's been 7 days. I keep picturing SP being obsessed in a healthy way. BBL is super controlling. Okay, so first of all, you want to know what do you have the word obsessed defined as personally? Let me adjust this. What do you have it defined as? We're a little crooked. This is going to have to be good enough. Because I think that matters, Summer. It matters what you think that word means. You know, obsessed to me means, oh my God, they want to spend all their time with me. They love me so much. It means something cute. It doesn't mean, you know, they're standing outside my door with a hatchet, right? It's not that. So I think of SP adoring me and wanting to spend his time with me, not lock me in a dungeon. Okay. So I don't want you to automatically think that because BBL is showing up that way, that it necessarily means, oh my God, is this how SP is going to show up? No. My exes have been possessive and controlling, but I'm not assigning that to my SP. Good, but all right, so this is a pattern. That's what this is. This is a pattern. All right, so do you have an expectation of men? Do you have a generalized belief? Do you have an expectation that men you are in love with turn out to be controlling and possessive? I'm thinking you may, considering this is a hi Alex Cross, being that this is a pattern, especially since you've experienced this before. So what are you expecting from men. And when you get into a relationship, when you're not like 100% into the person, you know, it's early signs though, like early bits in a relationship. Do you dread them or brace for impact that they're going to behave that way? I thought I got rid of that story. Well, I'm going to say maybe not. Maybe not. Not if it's a pattern and it's showing up again. But let me say this. Don't panic and think of it as, oh my God, I didn't get rid of this belief. No. This is a familiar circumstance. This is something you've experienced before, so it feels familiar. But you don't have to necessarily tell yourself that that's who you are. You see, when we smell something in the air with whoever we're dating that seems similar to previous circumstances, previous experiences, we as humans immediately go to that place of, whoa, 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 whoa. This is just like before. This is just like the last guy I dated. I don't like this. I don't want this. Right? It's that yucky fear, foreboding, bracing for impact. We as humans naturally go to the place like, here we go again. Oh, here we go again. Belief is still alive and well. No, that's not who I'm choosing to be. I'm choosing to be blah, 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 new self, and not attaching more meaning. So I wouldn't begin panicking that SP, real SP, is going to show up that way. I wouldn't give it that meaning. Do you see what I'm saying? This is all the power. Listen, tomorrow's video kind of touches on something similar. This is a matter of you making a decision, Summer, of who you are and nothing more than that. Just because it is something familiar, we don't have to assign that, oh my God, the belief is still attacking my life. That belief is still ruining my world. No, it's not. Only if you decide it is. Okay? My BBL was perfect the first few days and he morphed into this jealous person. What is your expectation of men, Summer? You want to take a look at what you're expecting. You're about to board a flight to Maui, but otherwise I'm living my best life. Good. Is BBL with you? If not, get that man off your brain and enjoy yourself. And decide who you want to be without letting it ruin your fucking time. Holy moly, where did all these come from, my lord? I see Hawkeye. Salty is a mod? Yes. Yes, Salty is. Yes, you must have been absentee when I clicked on Salty. Did Salty even know she was a mod? Is she just discovering this or did she know all along? I hope she knew. Top tier elite. Well, thank you so much. What I've recently realized is when your new self and stuff like this comes up, it's almost calling you to process, address it as a new version. I completely agree. And, you know, I think it's a twofold thing. You know, we all, unfortunately, and I'm sure for some of you who rely on scientific backing and things like that, this will be easier for you to accept probably when science gears towards this. But I do believe that our ego really is nothing more than another condition that we've chosen to believe in. And I know that sounds a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but I don't think of the ego as having this power over us. It's our belief in it that has it come up and fuck with us, truthfully. And that kind of ties into why I do wholeheartedly, million gazillion % believe that this is why that we can just choose to be a new self. And it's because ego is just another layer of conditioning, another layer to get you to forget who you really are, which is pure unadulterated consciousness. So, you know, when circumstances pop up in our life that after we believe we have shifted, and if they look similar to previous, experiences, we naturally, for the most part, we tend to go backwards, meaning we start to think that, oh my God, here this is again. Here's my pattern. Here's another, something I've experienced before. Our mind goes back there, but in fear that, oh my God, it's ruining my 3D again. But no, it's not. It's for you to decide what we're doing with it. I think when you step back and realize that ego doesn't have as much hold over you as you have been conditioned to believe it does. We've all been conditioned. Even I believed in that at one time. As you step away from that thinking, these kind of things are going to fall off. You see what I'm saying? They're going to fall off. Anyway, so in other words, Summer, don't panic. It's not going to ruin your amazing time. Okay? It's not going to panic. I mean, there's no reason to panic. It's not going to panic. Okay, let's see. Amber, thank you very much. How can I get rid of the story that I only talk or see my manager SP at work? I want to go on dates and talk on the phone too, manifesting a relationship, by the way. Okay, how can you get rid of the story? Well, first of all, you want to ask yourself, why? Why do you think that is the only time you're going to see your SP? And if it's because, well, that's been my experience so far. So, who are you choosing to be? Who do you want to be? Ask yourself that question. Am I the version of self that is in a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship with a dude I only see at work? Or am I choosing to be the version of self that is in a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship with the love of your life, your SB? It's probably nothing more than habitual thinking that you only see them at work. So when the story comes up, you just remind yourself that that is not who you are. And, remembering why you can dump that story and why, when I say, remember who you are, it's the realizing if you're pure unadulterated consciousness, can a story have that much hold over you? No, because that's like saying that God or universe or consciousness has limitations. See what I'm saying? It's hot as balls down here. Okay, it's hot as balls. But do you see what I'm saying? See, don't panic that, oh my God, I have this story that I can't get rid of. No, nothing is more powerful than your own I amness. So you don't have a story. That's not who you are. That's not who you choose to be. Allow yourself to get into your imagination and think about spending time with your person outside of work. Do you see what I mean? There's no obstacles, Amber, just so you know. There's no obstacles. There's nothing that can get. There's nothing that, whoopsie. Nothing that can get in the way. Nothing. I'll be right back. Oh my God. It's one of those days. Okay, hold on. Okay. Sorry. I had to run upstairs. Okay. Yes, I finished Amber's. Okay. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what the fuck? Kim, you went live. It's a surprise. And you've had to leave the live twice already. I know it won't happen again. I don't think. Okay, Madeline the Empress. I thought I heard an echo. As if someone's watching my live stream upstairs. Yeah, I hear it. Anyway, Madeline the Empress. My friend had a question. She's manifesting her ex and is worried that because she is that he... Wait a minute, what? My friend had a question. She's manifesting her ex and is worried that because she is, that he is not going to want her in his own terms. I need to re-say this, and then Madeline, if you can just confirm that I'm understanding your question. I'm taking this as, damn it, Alex. So your friend is manifesting her ex, and because she's manifesting her ex, she's concerned, because she's manifesting, that the SP, the ex, is not wanting her of his own volition, of his own desire, as if she's forcing him to love her. Is that what she's worried about? I think that's what you're asking me, and I want to answer. And I don't have it in front of me, but Madeline, I'm telling you, I still think you're on my list of reschedules. We need to... We were supposed to, figure this out the last time. Pretty sure. I could be wrong. Am I correct? I'm correct. Okay. Okay. Well, first of all, let's dabble into everyone's favorite topic, free will. So I get it. When we're manifesting a specific person, I suppose that is a very logical and literal fear that you're forcing someone to love you. And that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing. This is not some, like we have a doll that we're poking at of our SPs. It's not that. So tell your friend that there are infinite versions of ourselves. There are infinite states of consciousness. And that means that every possible outcome has been created by God, by the universe, higher power, source energy, moonbeams, whatever you personally believe in. But creation is finished. So every possible outcome of every possible scenario is already in an existence and is essentially waiting for your friend to choose. So there is a version of her specific person, of her ex, that is in love with her, that wants to be with her, that chooses her. And there's a version of him that doesn't want her, that isn't choosing her. When we're manifesting a specific person, we are choosing the version of them that wants to be in the relationship with her. So it's like you're not controlling someone against their will per se, right? You're not messing with anyone's true free will. You're choosing. Thank you, Amber. I appreciate appreciate that. That was very nice. Right? You're choosing a completely different version of them. That's all she's doing. So will this version of her person be wanting her of his own volition, of his own choice? Yes. Yes. Because everyone has their own individual reality, even though that is not at all what this feels like. Right? It feels like this 3D reality that we're intermingling with, it feels very, very real. And the people in it feel very, very real. But they are only versions of themselves. And the version that we intermingle with is a reflection of who we as individuals are choosing to be or who we believe we are. So I'm sure it sounds like at one time, I'm going to make a guess that perhaps your friend didn't feel good enough, didn't feel chosen, didn't feel like a priority, didn't think love could last. Any number of limited beliefs she probably had, and that manifested her being into a situation where she has an ex. Well, that is only one version of her specific person. And now she's choosing a different one because she is becoming a new version of herself, right? Because when manifesting, there is never anything to change but self. And when we change self, we leave a reality. So essentially, your friend is saying goodbye to the 3D reality where her specific person is not choosing her. And she's hopping to the reality, or quantum jumping, quantum leaping, doesn't matter how you see it, right? It's your choice in words. But she's quantum jumping to the reality where she's intermingling by her choice of who she's being. She's intermingling with the version of her specific person that wants and chooses her. So he will want her on his own accord, right? Not against his free will. See what I'm saying? Hopefully that brings some peace to your friend. And then you and I still need to reschedule. Just saying. Okay. Hawkeyes, thank you very much. For some dumbass reason, I've been feeling off. Yeah, I'm human, but find myself falling out and questioning. I need to slap my ego because I know better. Listen, first of all, Hawkeyes, we all feel this way. Everybody has their off moments. Everyone. Literally everyone. Even me. Even my perfect self has off days. And that's okay. It doesn't mean you're a failure. It doesn't mean you're no longer any good at manifesting. It doesn't make you bad. And, listen, I used to beat myself up for that kind of stuff, thinking, you're manifesting with Kimberly. You're not supposed to have a bad day. And that's just not fucking realistic. It's not, because I'm having a human experience and I was given human emotions and human feelings. And quite frankly, I'm a crier. Like, it doesn't take much to get me into tears. Seriously. Anger, happiness, sadness, tears. And tears for me can happen out of nowhere. We could be having a perfectly normal conversation and you could say a certain word that sounds sad. I'm in tears. So I do believe that these human moments are part of this journey, and they are not anything that we should judge ourselves for. I think they're normal, period. So as far as, hold on, because I know you just wrote something. Let me get back to it. Okay. I think it's my menopause hormones messing with my moonbeams. I keep slipping back, but can easily get back in the right reality. And you know what? Why don't we decide that your hormones are balanced and have no effect on you? Because, no offense, fellas, but I do think we women get ripped off with that. I do. That is one of my limited beliefs. I think we women get ripped off. Because if you're not aware of it, which maybe this is a bonus if you're not aware of it, but I know that I had a belief that hormones affect my mood. And hormones can, make me 1,000 times more emotional. And when you're in the midst of your hormones messing with you, you believe what you're thinking. Oh my God, my first 2 or 3 years at this, I dreaded my fucking period. Sorry, dudes. I dreaded it because I had an expectation that every time I get my period, I'm going to go off the balls crazy, that I'm going to lose it. And I never knew which version of lose it I was going to have. There's one aspect of losing it I love when it comes, because I don't care. That's the version I don't mind. When my hormones are so cuckoo, I don't care. I will say fuck it and fuck off to anybody and be completely emotionless to it and not care. Okay? But then there's the other side that I don't like, and that's the one that someone could say good morning in a flat tone, and I could take it as, you didn't really want to say good morning to me. You didn't mean that. You just said that because you thought you had to. So you don't really even care about me. Right? See what I'm saying? I would go, oh my God. And that would be so believable to me. So I had such an intense belief about hormones that I literally have to tell myself that. Remember, I told y'all I have a new version of Kim list. It's her hormones are balanced. Her hormones do not affect her mood. Because I needed to change that belief, because I was sick of dreading my period and being terrified of perimenopause. I don't fear menopause because I'm going to be forever in peri. That's my choice. I'm declaring that. So, oh my God, to all the dudes, I am so sorry. This fast forward through this. I'm just saying. So, girl, tell yourself that they have no effect on you. If you are believing and accepting that you are entering menopause, then you are having a smooth sailing ride through menopause. And drink celery juice, because my dental hygienist told me she stands by the belief that because she made her own real celery juice, like from a juicer, every single day, that she smooth sailed through menopause. She had no symptoms whatsoever. She had initial symptoms. She started the celery juice. All symptoms went away. Hormones were balanced. She had nothing. She had no hot flashes, no, what do you call it, like fuzzy brain, none of that. So it can't hurt, celery juice. And, we have control of our bodies. We can manifest anything with our bodies. You have a juicer? Go for that celery. How about Hitman Thornton pumping you up over this, Hawkeyes? That's what I'm talking. There's a reason why I love you, Hitman. Yes. So, do not be hard on yourself. And remind yourself at the same time, girl, that our ego, we don't have to let that control us. That's another layer to keep us forgetting who we really are. It doesn't have to have or be allowed to have power over us, and it certainly doesn't have manifestation power. So it's okay if you have moments where you feel off. You don't have to fear that is creating. I know in the moment those moments don't feel great, right? I've talked about my September to all of you. I felt very scared. It feels like shit to be in a more unfavorable state. It feels like shit. It's not fun. But we don't have to fear it or fear it ruining our lives, because it won't. But Hawkeyes, you are one of the toughest biatches I know. And you are always here pumping up everybody else. So we always have you. We always got you. Okay? So bring it here. Bring it here. We got you. You're having a moment, we'll get you right back out. Okay? It's just a moment. And it's only because of the state. It's not anything more than that. It's not really reality going all over the place on you. Nope. It's just a state. Okay? Nothing is going to stop me, not even my window licking ego. Exactly. Good girl. Tell her, guys. Tell Hawkeyes we got her. She always has us when we're feeling it. We got her. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Because I don't want to, I see 4 member chats on the top of my screen. I'm going to grab them because if you've been here enough, you know I will lose them if I don't grab them now. And then don't worry if you bought a super chat, I'm going to go to the other page and catch it. So I just want to grab the member chats now, or I don't think I need explaining that. We go through it every goddamn live stream, right? Okay. Leonor Barros, member for 3 months. Thank you very much. Hi, Kim. Going on a date with SP, but I noticed myself bracing for impact. I almost wanted to tell him I'm not going because I'm like, what for? It's not the version I want. Tips to change my, I'm laughing because I have had this thought before. Tips to change my negative expectations of him and let new him show up. Yes. Okay. First and foremost, when we are bracing for impact, you want to ask yourself who you are being right now. Who you are being. What do you believe is possible for you? What do you believe is possible for you to manifest with your specific person? Do you believe it's possible for him to change? And what do you really believe about that? Because I'm going to tell you, I carried around a belief for a really long time that the fear of what if I can't? What if I can't do whatever it is that was in front of me at the moment? What if I can't do it? What if I'm not strong enough? What if I feel like I can help everybody else, but I can't help myself? Who are you being in this moment? And whether you believe in God or universe or higher power, source energy, do you believe that anything is bigger than that? So, for example, I believe in God. Do you think that there's anything really bigger than God? So even if SP on the date tonight, you see him and perhaps he's reflecting old self, what does that mean to you? What does that mean to you in this moment? Because if it means, okay, what's the point? It's not the version I want. Okay, that I understand, but what does it mean? Is it an apathetic, what for? If he's not even the version I want, why even bother? Is it an apathetic, sick of shit feeling? Or is it, who gives a shit how he shows up because I know I'm going to get what I want? I know he's changing. I know it doesn't matter what he says tonight because I know he's becoming his best self because I'm changing. I'm becoming the version of me that believes that. When we're feeling apathetic or bracing for impact, it absolutely has to do with who we're being in that moment and what we're believing is possible. So my advice is reminding yourself of who you are. And by that, I mean to your core, who you are. You are God. You are the I am. I think some of us, when we get to the intermingling part, meaning intermingling with our specific persons, when they are not reflecting See, the thing is you haven't even seen him tonight, so how do you know it's not the new version? We don't know. But when we are not the version of ourself that is knowing that he can change, that you can choose the right version of him, that you can get into any state, they're all at your fingertips. Yes, you know you're bracing, but I'm saying when you get there, when you see your specific person, if he does let you down, what does that mean for you? Does that mean we have to give up? Does that mean it's over? Does that mean you want to give up on him and find someone new? My guy just gave me the finger, just so you know. Just saying. Thank you, Kim. You're right. If he lets me down, it means I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you, Leonore. I know there's more to that. I'm getting what I want. Yes. So even if, yes, girl, yes, that even if you see him tonight and he's not the version you want, it doesn't have to mean shit. It's for you in that moment to remind yourself again of who you are. And listen, and I mean this, even if tonight you don't feel like you are stepping into new self, because that used to throw me off. That kept me really kind of stuck in September. I would get very wrapped up with, I don't feel like I'm changing. I don't feel like I am my new self. I feel very much like old self. Worse than old self. I felt very, very stuck. And my 3D looked like absolute dog shit. And I felt very, very trapped in a really shitty state. So in those moments, I want you to know that it doesn't matter if you don't feel like your new self. Take that pressure off your shoulders and throw it out the damn window. What matters is your conviction and your choice to be the new self. So how he shows up tonight, truthfully, it doesn't mean dick. Even if he is showing up like, I don't know how your SP is, but let's just pretend for the sake of conversation that he's a twat right now. So if he shows up like a twat tonight, like his old self, it doesn't mean anything because he is not more powerful than God. He is not standing with the power of his free will to deny our choice in choosing the best version of him. So he can show up like a twat and it doesn't mean anything. You get to decide what it means. And all it means is, okay, buddy, you're still a twat, but I am this version of myself. I am the version of me having the most amazing, fulfilling, loving, committed marriage or relationship with you. I'm choosing that. That's who I am. And this is what I get to feel like. And from there, I would start telling myself what I feel like, even if I really didn't feel like it at all. And it's your conviction in that matters. That's it, the conviction. I used to think that you had to feel it in the moment. You don't. When I stopped being afraid of that, that's when shit moved. That's when shit changed radically. Just saying. Hold on, I saw you. Okay. I've noticed when I'm feeling super in love, he is wonderful. When I pull away, so does he. Of course, because he's a reflection. So what in the moment is you pulling away? Why are we pulling away? Are we protecting ourselves? And if we're protecting ourselves, what are we protecting ourselves from? Because when we feel those barriers going back up, we are not remembering who we are. We're giving into old beliefs in those moments. Which, listen, you're human. We have those moments. But SP will change. Just know that if he doesn't show up the way we perfectly want as you're on this journey, he'll change. It doesn't have to mean anything. I'm protecting from disappointment, but he can change in 1 second because so can I. Yes. Yes. Right? Nothing has any meaning until we give it meaning. He is the same God or universe or higher power, source energy, whatever you believe in, moonbeams. He's the same as you. So his pure, unadulterated consciousness too. So at his core, he's unconditional love and wants to project unconditional love just like you do. You know, he's only ever shown up different or disappointing, whatever it is that he's shown up disappointing with. He is only doing that to fulfill who you were being at one time. But it doesn't mean it's permanent. I've learned that the very long-winded way. I've learned that. And it can change in a second. Okay? So have fun. Don't brace for impact. Doesn't matter. You can have a good time whether he's acting like a twat or not. Because you know what's really happening. You know. With a switch in here is a switch out there. Okay. Sweet Tea, member for 4 months. Thank you very much. Hi, Kim. I have multiple SPs that I can't decide between. Help. Some are more casual and for fun, and others I'd want something more serious. How to best approach my desires for something casual now and serious later, all at once. Ooh. I think this is the first time anybody's ever asked me something like this. Okay, let me think about it. What would I do? So we have multiple SPs, and I can't decide between. All right. I would take a look. All right, this is what I would do if I was in your situation. So if I had multiple different SPs, the ones that I would look at and think that I could see myself having a long-term relationship with, and only you know what you're, attracted to. I'm talking about, maybe some outside parts. What are we attracted to? And then don't get hung up on, well, this one's, I'm putting them in the category for casual because they've shown up this way. Well, I would decide who I'm the most interested in, and I would give them a little more priority of my attention. Number one. Number two is, what I wouldn't do is overwhelm myself with, see, most people when they're manifesting a specific person, they want to start honing in and this is what most people do in the early parts of their journeys. They put all the fucking focus on the SP, specifically the SP. And they forget about themselves. And I think that since, you've got more of a sexy, sassy, saucy scenario here, we have some fun going on here. Decide how you want to feel and what you want to experience. Decide what that is specifically, and then decide who you want to be. So however you want to feel right now, decide that's who you are. See, if you know that the long-term goal is to be in a long-term relationship, I wouldn't look at it as, I have to get really hardcore specific with each person I'm, intertwining with. Instead, I would make me the primary focus and how I want to feel, who I want to be. And I would put the focus there. Do you see what I'm saying? Well, if the goal is long-term relationship, well, then I am the version of myself in a long-term, loving, fulfilling, committed relationship. That's who I am. And this is how it feels to be this version of myself. And I would put all the focus on that. And I would treat my 3D lightheartedly without pressure. My poor boyfriend, he is trying to connect his damn new speakers, and they keep showing up on my laptop and he doesn't know it. You know what I'm saying? So I keep getting a signal. Does that make sense, sweetie? Who do you want to be? How do you want to feel? And put the focus on you being that now. Like deciding that's who I am. So stay casual for now, since that's what I want for now. Yes. I wouldn't put don't think that because you're looking at your eye, like who you're being, as messing around with the casual side of things. I would treat all of this very lighthearted. My 3D and the different SPs, the fun you're having. Treat it as such and decide who you want to be and put the focus there. So you don't even have to really go specific on a person unless you're fearing you have a story with any of your SPs. If you have a story, obviously we want to, and it's an unfavorable, and we want to not have our focus on that. We want that out of our awareness, right? But this is all about you. So how do you want to feel? What do you want your life to look like? And put the focus there. If you're not ready to put the focus on the long-term goal, you don't have to. So this is you putting the focus on the version of you who's having casual fun, and this is how she feels doing it. And then live as if you are that version. See what I mean? And keep us updated. We want to know what's going on. This seems like fun. Josette Camacho, member for 2 months. Thank you very much. Any advice on manifesting pregnancy? Got tubes tied 9 years ago, and my husband, I think it says my husband wants a kid. Okay, listen, I know people who have gotten pregnant with their tube tied, so that doesn't have to be something final. Like, I literally have more than one friend who had babies after their tubes were tied. Let me just say, the surprise was for real. Just saying. So let's not look at that as an obstacle. Let's not look at that as an obstacle. It's not necessarily an obstacle. I'm telling you right now. I know women who have gotten pregnant with their tubes tied. So that's not even a 3D obstacle, girl. And it's been 9 years since you had it done. You might as well just say they're not tied anymore. I'm just saying. And that's logical land. But you've got the power of God, universe, higher power, source energy behind you. Right? So see yourself as being the version of self who is either pregnant, who's already pregnant, or see yourself, and if you're a visual person, see yourself with your husband. A new baby's in the picture. This isn't a big deal. Please don't think of those tubes being tied as a big obstacle. First of all, there are no obstacles to God. None. God is flawless and limitless. You think you can tie your tubes and you're going to shut down God's power? No. No. You are the version of yourself that is happily prego. Or revise it. Revise it. You ever got them tied? I don't even think you need to do that, because I'm telling you, in logical, literal land, all right? Getting your tubes tied is not a guarantee of not getting pregnant. And to all of you going to that, you might as well look up that in the medical side of the house. And I'm not even a heavy science girl, but even I know that. So don't even worry about it, girl. You are the version of you who is fertile, myrtle, and easily gets pregnant. No worries. That's who you are now. Right? I am fertile, myrtle. Or go past tense. The doctor fucked up. Yeah, like Drew said. The doctor fucked up. It didn't work. You never got them tied. I think I want 2 sets of twins now, y'all. Oh my God. Passionately Taylor Marie, God bless you. I don't know how you would do that, okay? That was one of my fears. I am not going to lie. When I got pregnant, I'm like, oh my God, please, 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 God, I beg of you, Jesus, do not give me twins. I cannot. I remember begging, please don't let it be twins, God, please. I can't do it. I'll have a nanny. Well, that's right. Yeah, you will. All right. I know there was another member one on here that fell off, and now I don't see it. So let me look. Issues to be resolved. I see. Hold on. I see that one. Whoops. Damn it. Where'd it go? Oh, come on. There it is. Member for 9 months. Thank you very much. Hello, my sweet Kim. I'm still the god of my reality, no matter what. I know that. Finally, I'm getting what I want. That makes me so excited for you. Issues to be resolved. And I know who you are. I remember who you are behind that username. I'm so excited. I'm so glad that you are aware of that and you know it. You believe it and accept it now. That makes me very happy for you. Very, very excited for you. This has been a day of moments like that and synchronicities. So many synchronicities today. I love that. I love manifestation. It's always working. Don't y'all know that? Don't y'all know that even in the moments you think it's not, it is every single time without fail. We waste so much of our present moments in sweating shit that we don't have anything to worry about because it's already fucking being taken care of. I'm telling you, there's never anything to worry about. Manifestation is totally sexy. All right, let's see. All right, now let me go and find the other super chats. Okay, Jen, thank you very much. Kim, oh my God, Jen. Thank you very much. That was very, very Jesus. That was good. Thank you. My God, you guys have, I'm noticing, geez, you guys have been spoiling me tonight. Thank you very much. All right. Kim, I manifested this live to tell you this. Oh my God, I got so much stuff this weekend. Manifestations within movement, and it was amazing. Spent the motherfucking weekend with SP. So much to share, and I'm so thankful for you. Oh my God, Jen, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. Oh my God, this is wonderful. She spent the motherfucking weekend with a SP. I'm so happy. Yes, girl, Jen, I know it's you. You do not have to tell me. I know it was you. Kim, this is the Jen from Friday. If science and James Webb telescope. Yeah, oh, I remembered. Got a full visualization that came true and so many synchronicities, surreal and dreamlike for real. What did I tell you, though? Didn't I tell you you would have moments where you thought to yourself, oh my God, this is surreal? Didn't I tell you that specifically? I'm pretty sure I said that to you in one of our friggin' talks. I told you. If you would just, you did. Oh my God, this is real. I got, girl. I'm so excited. I can't contain it. I'm so happy. I told you. Manifestation is real. Okay. This is for everybody else. Anybody else doubting out there? It is fucking real. It is real. The only reason you feel like it's not real is because you are believing in your current 3D more than you are believing in your fucking imagination. And if you would quit that bullshit, if you quit focusing on this fucking 3D that you manifested when you were your more limited version of self, and you would stop telling yourself that you have blocks, stop telling yourself that you have resistance. You don't have either. Resistance and blocks are nothing but human excuses for not understanding their current 3D. It's all it is. So when you ask coaches the question of how come it's not here yet? Why isn't it here yet? I've been doing this. I've been doing that. It's not here yet. Well, then you must have a block. You must have resistance. It's a basic bitch cop-out answer. It's not real. You believe it's real. So you believe that you are that version of self that has blocks, that has resistance. So in reality, they're all bullshit. Everything is a choice. Thank you, Alex Cross. Everything is choice. Choice. So if you feel like you have resistance, it is because you are being a specific version of yourself. Just saying. Kim, literally, I got rainbows, butterflies, SP singing me a song about miracles. I am so fucking excited for you. I'm so happy for you, Jen. I'm so fucking excited for you. I cannot wait to hear all the fucking details either. Listen, we make excuses for the 3D when we don't understand it, when it doesn't make sense to us, when it feels like nothing's happening or nothing's changing, or like you've been doing this for such and such amount of time. We instantly go to the place of there must be resistance. There must be a block. The truth is you are just believing that you are a limited version of yourself. There are no limits or flaws to God or universe, higher power, source energy, whatever you believe in. There are no limits. You just have been conditioned to believe them. Step out of that. Step out of the limited version of yourself. Choose to be the you that has your desire. And you instantly go to that reality. Instantly. Now, the next logical question is, well, then where's my manifestation if I've automatically gone to the next one? It's the unfolding. It's the unfolding. You're the right version in the right reality. You need to tell yourself that all the time, and shit will fucking show up. It will. Ask Jen. Ask Jen. I'm telling you. I want you all to get your shit. Just so I can have my, yeah, I told you, moment. All right? I am totally that selfish bitch that wants that moment of, yeah, I told you. Told you it would work. Told you so. I want that moment. So I want you to get your shit. Okay? It's so amazing. Just trust, guys. Yes! I'm telling you. I'm so happy. Yeah, listen to Kim. I'm telling you. Thank you so much, Jess Katie. Your lives are so motivating. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. The best moment was when we hear Kim say, see, I was right. Thank you. Exactly. I always am. Yeah, told you so. Neener. Yeah, that's totally me. Totally me. You were the first person I wanted to tell. I am so glad, and I love that. And yes, I want to be the first person you tell shit to. I want to be. I want to be everybody's first person. But it so works. It so works. Even when it feels like it's not, it's working perfectly. Even if you think you've been on this fucking journey for 10 fucking years, it's been working perfectly. It's been showing you exactly who you have been being. Kim is the Albert Einstein of manifesting, and that is why you are my daughter. Thank you very much. Okay. I'm so friggin' pumped. I'm so pumped. I'm so glad, Jen. I fucking knew it. All right? Gospel for real. Yes. I knew it. I just knew it. Kim, what was your big wow moment of manifestation is real? I've had so many of those, I'm not going to lie to you, because I get like what you just, that is me every time something manifests, specifically for me. I get that nutty over it every time. I would say though, like my big wow, wait, what? You all seen it working, isn't Alex upstairs? Yes. Yes. My big wow moment though was, and this isn't going to be that juicy to y'all, but yeah, actually Salty's right. That was a big one, but that one was also a big failure in the same token. I'll come back to that one. My big light bulb, like, oh my God moment was when I finally comprehended states of consciousness. And like I said, I knew that wasn't going to be very juicy, but that is the truth. That was my biggest, like, oh my fuck, what have I been doing? I have been doing nothing. I have not been changing self at all. So that was my big, big moment. But a big manifestation moment was, yes, when my lump sum manifested. And why do I also call that my big failure moment? It's because I gave up on that manifestation. I could not drop the how. This was in like my first year of law of assumption. I could not get rid of the how. I could not stop focusing on it, and it was driving me fucking crazy. And the more time went on and the money wasn't coming, and mind you, I was getting BBLs of money and they would piss me off. I wouldn't even get happy about them, which I know sounds terrible, but it's the truth. I finally reached the point of this money's never going to come. This doesn't fucking work. I'm so sick of this shit. And I gave up. Obviously, I did not have a channel at that time. And I gave up on it. 2 weeks later, it fucking manifested. 2 weeks fucking later. And like I said, I consider that my failure moment because it wasn't because I gave up on it that it manifested. It was because when I gave up, it dropped all my limited beliefs, right? Dropped the resistance, quote unquote. So I stopped giving a fuck. And I look at that as failure because I don't think we should ever give up, ever, ever. So don't take that as a learning experience. The only thing I learned was stop choosing to be a version of you that is stuck on the how. Decide to be the version of self that isn't concerned with how. Can you imagine if I just did that? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, there you go. And I guess too, I had other like really big, oh my God moments. And that I would say things with my SP. When that relationship, the juicy moments I remember sharing with you guys. Oh, I did share it with you that, oh my God, this feels fucking surreal. Like what I'm living right now is literally what I said to myself as far as like, this is who I am. It was happening for real. Amazingly. To the point where it would like secretly make me cry. Because I couldn't believe it was, and just, yeah. So, but to keep it 100%, I do get that fucking excited for everything that manifests because I am obsessed with manifestation. Because it's life-changing, and it can be life-changing for all, not just me. You know what I mean? All right. Salty, thank you very much. Any tips to expand and shift into a more evolved version of myself? Trying to get on that Neville level. Decide that's who you are. Decide that you are the version of self, or ask yourself, what would it feel like if I was the version of myself that believed I could easily become the version of myself that is confident and feels safe and secure to trust manifestation? What would it feel like? I love that Catherine's using my fucking mic drops, by the way. I keep seeing them go by. What would it be like to be that version of yourself? The version of you that trusts and has faith and it feels safe and secure to trust that manifestation is always working for you. Oh my God, Kim going live on my birthday is a sign. I love you, Kim. I love you, Eric, going global. And happy fucking birthday. Happy birthday. Couldn't remember the birthday song there for a minute. Happy birthday, Eric. So yeah, Salty, what would it feel like to be the you? I thought that was a bucket. One of them is a bucket. One of them is Frank and Felix, and the other is a mic drop. And it's me doing the mic drop. Yeah. What birthday is tomorrow? Happy early birthday, Blue Azul. That's actually a breath of fresh air, because I've heard coaches say you need to normalize it and not feel the need to whoa, and not feel the excitement. And I always hated that. Like, I'm not allowed to feel excited. Yeah, Tawny, throw that shit out the window. This is exactly, that right there is exactly why I said why things really started once I got out of that shitty little state I was in September. It didn't feel like a shitty little state. It felt like a big, fat, terrible, shitty state. When I started climbing out of it, when I finally understood states, and that was a year or two behind that, that was the beginning of me hearing and realizing there's a lot of limited beliefs in this community. And it felt like it was amping up more. And it was, because my focus was going on it. It was in my awareness. So of course I was going to keep seeing more and more and more, right? But I was growing into the place of, I'm fucking tired of hearing what other coaches have to say, unless they're a coach I resonate with. I'm sick of these limited beliefs because they are just rampant and ridiculous. And then now fast forward to September. And September was a big fuck everyone. Even if I love them. Fuck it. I don't want to hear anybody else's input on how to fucking manifest. I am doing it this way. And I am deciding in this moment that the only thing I have to do is tell myself that I am this version of myself. And this is going to be enough, because I am tired of feeling or questioning myself because of somebody else's chirping in the background. Not having it. If I hear fucking self-concept one more time, I'm going to barf. Okay? That's how I felt in September. Like, I am so sick of it. I don't want to hear it. Don't tell me how I got to feel. I don't care how you say I got to feel. You're not talking for God right now, okay? Okay, because God's talking through me too, so fine. This is all I'm going to do. I am telling myself that this is who I am now, period. And yes, if you want to get excited over your fucking manifestations, get excited. I still get excited, okay? The only thing with the normal and the natural side of the house, this is what Neville was referring to, and this doesn't have to be necessarily a rule. It's more of a guidance that the reason why Neville talks about, as far as like embodying the state or embodying the version of yourself that has a manifestation, all Neville's saying is the frequency. So how often, meaning the more you do this, the better, the more you return to who you want to be, like me declaring that I am this particular version of self. That Neville was saying, the more you do that, the frequency of you making that decision, the frequency of you deciding to be in that state, that particular state or that version of yourself is going to feel more natural, more normal. So therefore, it will become normal and natural for you to just step into that state. Just land in that state, because that's what feels more normal, more natural. Just like when you first found manifesting, you were probably in a victim state that felt very, very normal and natural. And that's why when things will go twisted in the 3D, you fall back to that original shitty victim state because that was the most normal and natural place. So Neville was just saying, let's revisit this new version of self that you want to be, the one that has everything you want. Make that the one that feels more normal and natural. And it makes it easy for you to just fall there. So therefore what? 3D has to do what? Reflect what feels most normal, most natural. That's all it is. Neville didn't say, if this doesn't feel normal and natural to you, you're never going to get what you want, bitch. He never said that, okay? Neville never talked limited. If you put all his body of work in order, and read it that way, anything that sounds maybe limited or scary in a couple of his earlier books, by the time you reach the end of his body of work, you will see that man was completely and utterly limitless and believed we were all limitless too, and had no limitations on what we could or could not manifest. It was absolutely anything. Hence why I laugh in the faces of anybody that uses Neville Goddard's anything Neville Goddard to say, you can't manifest this. This is what Neville said. I instantly know you have not read Neville Goddard's full body of work. No, you haven't, because you wouldn't bother spitting that fact out if you had read everything from beginning to ending. And if you had, you would never have made that statement. Boom, mic drop. Sorry, I'm just saying it. And it's true. You're spewing bullshit. That's what you're doing. You're spewing limitations because you are in full ego and don't think that someone can manifest. It's usually always the specific person that they take a shit on. It's because you personally have a problem with it. It wasn't Neville Goddard, and it certainly isn't God. It's you. You. Grr. Just saying. So throw out any rules. Put the focus on being who you want to be. Deciding you're that person, the version of you that has exactly what you want. And I am telling you, if you keep doing that, right? And you don't have to do it with pressure. You're not forcing yourself to feel anything. You're just allowing yourself to believe you are becoming new self. Despite how you feel, despite what you think, despite what the 3D shows, and your life will change. Just saying. Then you're going to come back here and tell me, hey, Kim, it worked. And I'm going to have my glory moment of saying, yeah, I told you. I told you so. Okay. Okay. All right. So Salty, you just want to go to the state of the version of you that believes it's possible to allow yourself to trust, to have confidence in manifestation. And once you get to that state, from there, you can jump on into the version of you that is completely confident, safe, and secure to trust. And and you have the knowing feeling that you can fucking be, do, and have whatever you want. I would go there. If you're struggling to believe it now, right? And I don't think you're struggling to believe. I think you have moments of wavering with trusting. So get into the version of self that believes it's 100% possible, and from there, go to the next state, which is you knowing with confidence that you're getting whatever you want. Christine, thank you very much. SP going on tour to Scotland Thursday, and looks like I'm not going. Said I was hoping I could join, but he said, that's just crazy. Made up a story. Sorry, y'all know I do like to do sounds. Let's back up, Christine. SP's going on tour to Scotland Thursday, and looks like I'm not going. Said, I was hoping I could join, but he said, that's just crazy. Made up a story. We decided together I'd stay behind, but I'm still disappointed. Okay, so number one, Christine, SP is only ever reflecting who you are or who you believe you are. So, and that could be who you believed you were in that moment. Doesn't mean you could not have changed self from that moment to right now, right? Okay. So who do you believe you are? Who do you believe you are versus your specific person? Who do you believe you are? Do you believe you are worthy and deserving of the most loving, fulfilling, committed relationship with your specific person? Do you see yourself as ever being truly invited to go with him? Because if you're the Christine I think you are, and I think you are, him not inviting you per se in this moment doesn't have to mean anything more than who you were being in that moment. We don't have to label this as not working. It was a bit of a reach, to be honest. The being invited part, thinking he was going to let you go. I love that I did his sound effect voices. That was crazy. I knew it was you. I didn't see the little member thingy because I didn't recognize your thingamajigger, but it was you saying the Scotland that made me think it was you. Okay, this doesn't have to mean Shia. Let's not go logical, even though we might have the habit of going into logical thinking. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that he is not becoming his new version of self. We already know that you are shifting. You know it. I know it. Even though you have maybe moments of doubt of believing that, but you are. You are. So this one moment, this one event, we don't have to give it a bigger meaning. It's also only Monday, so we have a couple of days of things changing, right? Plans change all the time. Why are we already writing ourselves off like it's not a possibility? Why are we thinking literal, linear, straight line fucking manifesting? Neville said, vertical. We quantum jump. So who's to say something can't transpire from here to then? Yes, Nico. Yes, she can revise what he said to her and have it that he wants her to go. Yeah, Christine. And you already know you are a badass reviser. I actually had a very vivid dream. He told me to clear my calendar and was inviting me. Are you fucking kidding me? Get busy on this, bitch. Get busy on this. Why are we just accepting reality? First of all, let's not label this as meaning anything more than a momentary thing in time. Nothing more than that. Again, I stand by, you know you're a badass reviser. Revise that shit. And watch that dream come true. Literally. Without giving away all your shit, girl, there were movement. There was juicy movement, which was definitely a reflection of who you were being. But that was a few weeks ago. I guess I got discouraged by the timing. Yes, you're allowing it to discourage you. But this is just a momentary thing. This doesn't have to mean anything. It's not over yet. Yes, Nico. Christine, I hope you're reading what Nico is saying to you. Wow, basically, I know she meant to write dream. Wow, basically, your dream told you how to revise. Your own mind in your dream told you how to revise this. Girl. He changed his plan. He rethought it and thinks it would be awesome if you came. Yes, listen to Drew. Drew and Nico are spewing facts at you right now, girl. Do it. Revise that shit. Listen, HBICs do not accept answers in the 3D that we do not want. If we want the answer no, then fine. But when we want that fucking answer yes, we do not stop and accept no in the 3D. We can placate the 3D and be like, yeah, okay, all right, yeah, gotcha. But revising, we do not settle. Get on your revision game. You already know you're a badass reviser. There's plenty of time. Just saying. And if I'm not crazy, I thought maybe there was something, there was either the last trip or the trip before where there was a concern and you did, no, and something turned out even better. I might be getting trips mixed up, but I know something happened where it turned out better than we expected. I'm trying so hard not to drop details. I'll stop. You can do this. Cass Ann, queen of everything, thank you very much. My SP keeps asking me things like, do you like our connection? What do you see in me? I'm nothing special, and I want you to be happy. Why? I would think, listen, logical ego is probably telling you something shitty. We don't have to see it that way. Why do I feel like you're not liking that he's wording things that way? I would take it as maybe that man is falling even deeper in love with you and your happiness is important to him. So if you have been affirming that you are a priority to him, you are worthy and deserving of a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship, he is seeing you in that way, and give it that meaning. Give it that meaning. Do you see what I'm saying? Let's not give the meaning, because my gut is telling me the way you wrote those or the way he said them to you has you thinking that, is he trying to tell me that I shouldn't be with him or I shouldn't want him? No. See it as that man is becoming the version of himself that is in love with you. So he's caring about you. He's making you a priority. And he's aware of his 3D circumstances, right? Because he's not dabbling with the 4D like we are, or at least he's not aware that he is. He's probably seeing his own 3D circumstances, has such deep feelings for you. This is so, I could be great at doing everybody's bridge of incidents. I should be the one in charge of the how. It's all it is. So you stay with who you are being and give it the meaning that is that reality materializing. That is you quantum jumping to the reality where this man is head over heels in love with you and it is falling into place. Kim, I love you. You have changed my whole life. I can't thank you enough. I love you, little star 23. Thank you so much. Kim is in charge of our how. Trust her. Thank you. Thank you, passionately, Taylor Marie. So, like I said, Cassan, give it the meaning that he is stepping into his new version of self. He is reflecting the new version of you. Those are loving thoughts. He's caring and concerned over you. See what I'm saying? Give it good meaning. He doesn't want you to go anywhere. He's in love with you. Taurus Moon, thank you very much. Kim, advice for manifesting my man to move back to my state despite his job and apartment lease. Need encouragement right now, like this is possible, love you. Well, first of all, of course this is possible. Listen, time and distance are logical, man-made constructs. Okay? God or universe, higher power, source, energy. I am not going to list them every single time, okay? I'm going to stick it with just God, okay? It's just easier. But whatever you believe in, okay? God, universe, source, power, higher energies, or moonbeams, whichever. There are no obstacles to that. And a man-made construct of time and space cannot limit God your I amness, your universe. You see, when people think of God or think of universe, they think of this outside of them entity. And that's not it at all. You are it. I am it. We are all it. Okay? So something like he can't move back to my state because of his lease and his job. No. At your core, you are limitless and flawless God, or pure, unadulterated consciousness. There's nothing too big for that. Nothing is too big for pure consciousness. And logical, linear, straight line thinking is not what we're doing here. When we are manifesting, we are quantum jumping. Who says it's got to take forever? Who says it's going to take forever? Let me just say something, okay? This rolls in. This is a good question, Taurus Moon, because I'm sure this is going to help other people. Guys, when you're manifesting a specific person, being stuck on certain events that must take place or SP cannot come to you. We're going to use Taurus Moon's circumstance. So Taurus Moon has the circumstance of her SP is out of state, has an apartment lease, and has a job over there. So literally and logically and linearly, is that a word? Linearly. I don't think it's a word. I'm making it up. Horizontal manifestation is not what we're doing. We are not manifesting in a straight line. So when you think about the order of events or obstacles in Taurus Moon's way, that looks like, oh my God, that could take a while. That could take a fucking while. Well, yeah, if we manifest it in a straight fucking line, but we are not doing that. We are jumping. Leases can be melted away. Careers can be placed in other states. There is nothing bigger than God or the universe. Nothing. So that's why circumstances in the 3D don't mean dick. Seriously, they don't mean dick. And things can change on a dime, on a second. Things can just change. Things do change. And when you get in the new habit of choosing to be new self, and you make that your priority, meaning you make yourself the damn priority and who you are deciding to be, and you return to that every time you fall out of it and you stick to it, and you stick to it with conviction, this outside 3D will begin to fucking fall away. And if there's an obstacle, it will be melted out of the way. So it doesn't matter that it seems like bigger obstacles have to be ripped out of the way in order for SP to come. No. We only have the limited mortal eyeballs we see right in front of us. Well, God / universe, higher power, source, entity has the bigger picture. Has the bigger picture, and it sees a quicker way to bring SP to your state. We're thinking literal and logical when we think, oh my God, he's got a lease. Oh my God, his job. Fucking companies move people around in their businesses all the fucking time. It happens all the time. And new management take over apartment places all the fucking time. And leases and things get twisted and turned around. Shit happens. Shit happens. And God or the universe sees that where your limited mortal eyes don't. Don't get hung up on, don't get hung up on a straight line of events that have to take place, because that's bullshit. Don't get hung up on that. Okay? For some of you, that's it. That's the only thing that's maybe been getting in your way as you're stuck on a literal logical order of events that must take place. Don't be fooled by that phrase, bridge of incidents. Your bridge of incidents does not ever mean that your manifestation must take a very long time and all these things in a row must happen or you can't have it. That is not true. A bridge of incidents can be 1 second long. And that 1 second event could be nothing more than you turning your head and noticing that your manifestation is here. Seriously. Okay. Sometimes I feel it more realistic to the manifest according to each situation and process. I feel it is more realistic. That's the problem. You're stuck in being more realistic. I mean, listen, it's your individual reality. And if sticking with it's more realistic feels better for you, because it's your world, right? Doesn't matter what I think in your reality. But if it feels like it's taken a long time, it is because you are sitting and trying to make things feel more realistic. See what I'm saying? But if it feels better for you, and that's the only thing that matters, is that it feels good to you. If it feels better or it makes it easier to believe when things feel a little bit more realistic, then by all means, stick to that. But if it ever feels like it's taken too fucking long, take a look at what you're thinking realistic-wise. See what I mean? Even I was hung up, especially in my early days, hung up on realistic shit. But that's what was making things feel like, oh my God, I felt like it was forever for some shit, like my money manifestation. Because I was stuck. I was stuck on that how because it didn't seem realistic how the money could come to me. See what I mean? Anyway. Is it Serby Aurora? Thank you very much. Okay, so I got a BBL where my SP shared his Lyft location with me. Now I have been stressing about him reaching out and even wavering and feeling like he won't. Why? Serby, why? Why are we stressing about him reaching out? Why wouldn't he reach out? Who are you being? What is your ego giving you for a reason like he won't reach out? Oh my God, I'm reading Patrick. Hold on. I got home a few minutes ago and a surprise check was in my mailbox. That's the third check that came unexpected without knowing the reason. It's so exciting. My visualization must be working. Yay. Patrick, I'm so freaking excited for you. That is a perfect example of how when you're starting to manifest money, money is going to start coming to you from everywhere. Listen to Patrick. That's his third check that has come to him for no apparent reason. That's so fucking exciting, and I'm happy for you. All right, back to Serby. He used to not reach out or take action. I have been creating the new story where he always does, but sometimes I get caught up on it. Okay, so the old version of him. You mean the old version of him that used to be reflecting the old limited version of you? Well, if you're choosing to be the version of yourself that doesn't have limited beliefs around love, relationships, or about your person, then we can't manifest the same scenario. So there's nothing to fear. Guys, remember, that's the whole point of becoming new self. Wait, I'll go back to that point. Hold on. Then I was like worried, like, oh my God, I'm seeing movement, but what if it's just that which is stupid? Yes. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're calling it stupid because it is. No. You're getting movement because it's movement. And if you listen, this Serby's question is good because it's a good reminder. When you have a shitty or unfavorable circumstance in your 3D, or you have a shitty story wrapped around your specific person, try to remember, because this is a journey of self, as you are becoming a new version of yourself, your worrying about circumstances that a more limited version of you manifested. So if you're changing self and you're no longer that version of yourself that created that circumstance to fucking begin with, right? If you're becoming a new self, why would we have to fear old circumstances? We aren't that version of ourselves anymore. That's the whole point of changing self, so that we don't manifest the bullshit we don't want, right? So Serby, if you're putting the attention on you, meaning I am the version of myself that is in the most amazing relationship with SP, who always makes plans because he loves being around me because I'm so fucking amazing. I'm the best fucking thing that ever happened to him. That's who I am. If you're deciding that, he has to reflect that. So don't worry about it. Of course he's going to make plans. That is a logical thought on the next course of action as being new self. If you're in a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship, it is a logical thought to think that this person wants to make plans with you every fucking day, right? Don't fear the 3D, or don't fear manifestations, shitty manifestations from old versions of yourself. If you never go back to old self, you're never going to manifest that shit again. See what I'm saying? It's all about who you're being. Okay? And on this note, I have to go to bed because I have a very, very early morning friggin' phone call. Okay? So, thank you so much for joining me on my impromptu live stream. And yeah, same as always, I probably don't need to say it. I will make a video answering the unanswered super chats. Okay? I love you all. I shall see you all tomorrow. Be good. Choose new self. Choose new self. The version of you who gets what you fucking want. All right? I love you all.